Everyone, my name is Albert, and I'm here to remind you guys tonight that there are some stores that simply should not exist. Now, this is the second take. We all know how frustrated I get when I have to do multiple takes on single take videos, but here we go. All right, it didn't just happen again. No, it didn't. It didn't. No, okay, it didn't because it didn't. Stores that don't exist. I that shouldn't exist because no one goes in them. Again, man, I tell you, this improvisational stuff is fun, but sometimes it can make you look like a real stupid person. It looks cool when it's done right, obviously, and I think that's great because it's part of the aesthetic here on the channel. I may not be the best looking guy in the world, but I do feel like I provide some kind of consistency as it concerns my speaking skills, or at least I'd like to tell myself that, right? So let me tell myself things to get me through my day, and you can continue thinking whatever it is about you that helps you get you through your day just as well, and that's just fine. But today, I was in a GameStop, and I was reminded of how far backwards the world has come. And, I just can't get over the fact that GameStop still exist. I don't get it. Radio Shacks were far more helpful than GameStops, and Radio Shack has decided to go online, which is basically all stores could go online and just be fine with it. So I don't really understand when large corporations like GameStop continue to make empty promises and are traded on the New York Stock Exchange, because I mean, that's like Blockbuster having an IPO tomorrow. It just doesn't make sense. It's still totally valid and applicable, right? I mean, I don't even mean to hate on Blockbuster type establishments. I mean, I got a little operation going on here too that is unique in that I sell VHS tapes like Blockbuster did. Anyways, I tell you that I also sometimes sell the same things that you can find at your local GameStop. I'm not sure why GameStops exist. I really don't. They don't offer anything that cannot be purchased online and delivered to you in a way less stressful manner than it is to have a 16-year-old check you out in front of the counter for a $500 console. Where the person is going to return it next week because they found something cheaper online, and there's a 7-day return policy at GameStop. How is GameStop still around? I'm just saying. I mean, do the regulators at the New York Stock Exchange want this company open and around so that the books can be looked at? Because it was, in fact, a meme stock, and a lot of people got rich off of GameStop in 2021, 2020. I don't. GameStop hasn't recorded a profit in like a decade. I mean, I don't know. When's the last time you guys bought a video game at your local GameStop? I know for myself, I used to be a regular at GameStops. Oh, for sure. And then 2010 happened. And then I've never been in a GameStop since today. So I don't know. I don't know what they've been doing the last 14 years. All I know is that I can get all of those games downloaded on my cracked Android cheap throwaway phone for way less than I can purchase any type of real tangible physical product within their store. And they have no soul. GameStop has always been a store that has blown my mind because of its vast vacuum of emptiness. I mean, it's the fullest store with no sense of place that I've ever been in. It's like being in a Big Five when on like a Wednesday night when there's like 12 people working there and you're the only person walking around in a 12,000 square foot warehouse. I don't understand why GameStop is still around. That's all that I'm saying. I will never get it. It's sort of like looking out my window and seeing places like Staples, or Office Depot. I mean, I don't know. Is it just me? I'm not trying to react like this, but I can't imagine what a person could buy at Staples or Office Depot that they can't buy on Amazon or Walmart. It blows my mind. I don't understand it. Bed Bath & Beyond appeared to have more customers than some of these other large corporations that I see on a daily, and they went out of business, and they were actually a cool store. So How much longer are GameStops going to continue to occupy prime corners of real estate when they continue to make no profit, no money? They have no soul. It's just this weird, awkward place where people from different generations go to seek out answers for problems they could solve if they simply utilize their phone. I'm trying not to hate too much tonight. You feel me? I feel like I'm coming off as kind of like hating tonight, but I really am not. I'm just saying that being in that GameStop made me just hate life a little more. And half the world's on fire, right? Two crooks are running to be president, and here I am, waiting for a non-existent check, walking across the street from a corporate America sucky place to go into this other corporate America garbage hole where I love video games. I love, anthropomorphic characters. I love comic book characters. I love all of the things that are in GameStop. I just am questioning why GameStop is still around. That's all. You can't blame a guy, right? I mean, I don't know. I see value in practicality and chains, even such as Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, they give me donuts. It makes me happy. I'm able to get some kind of pleasure from that. At a GameStop, there's really not much pleasure to be found. I mean, the extent of their success is still within things that go around the local community, ironically, such as like trade and play events and things like this, things that are exclusively supported and facilitated by the local community. So, GameStop sucks, I mean, I'm just saying, right? Like, who doesn't agree with me? I mean, in theory, right? Like, it's a cool place. Everyone's been there 20 years ago. Now it's just kind of one of those places that I don't feel that 14 to 17-year-olds are running into for the latest copy of GTA that they're going to pay $80 for. I mean, young people are not dumb. They make things real simple, in fact. They just hop on a phone, a PC, a console, anything, right? Cloud-based servers. That's a thing to all of my older friends out there that are reluctant to want to transfer any kind of real, practical thinking on over to the digital world. Such models exist like Steam, right? I mean, video games are now only being released in the digital library way. So I don't know. Again, GameStop, I think, is just being propped up while federal regulators decide what to do with all of the influx of investor money that GameStop has and the evaluation that it's garnered with really no value. I mean, it's one of those unique cases of a company that is very, very wealthy on paper, but offers no real intrinsic value produced services to its customers. I mean, I would dare say that if you looked into their books, they'd probably be a place like Snapchat. And I don't know if you guys know about Snapchat, but Snapchat makes more money from interest accrued on accounts payable that they have not paid out of in years than they actually do from generating any kind of monetization from that particular platform. And so I guess, like, at this point, that's where it's at, I don't know. But anyways, GameStop is weird. And I just, I'd hate to be on any kind of leadership with that company, just again, because it is a classic example of how capitalism can be easily manipulated. It doesn't work. And if you get 100 bunch of angry people on Reddit, you can basically do anything. I mean, seriously, these guys turned a $2.15 stock evaluation into hundreds of dollars, right? Into the most legal and classical Ponzi scheme kind of a way. And it worked. Right? It worked. GameStop is worth and again, it's not real value. It's value that is supported by investor dollars that go into accounts and aren't moved around. They're just accrue interest. I don't know. I mean, it must be nice for Snapchat. I mean, holy potatoes. They make more money from doing nothing than they actually do servicing any of the 30 million users that platform still magically gets every month. It blows my mind. And it's okay. I guess, you know? I mean, GameStop is still a thing, and it should have not been a thing for about 10 years now. So, I mean, that's like one heck of a stint after you're supposed to be gone. I hope that it's been as valuable to a few people as it has to the real value that it has produced to people like myself that actually went into the store 15 years ago to spend $200 on a couple of video games or $300 on a brand new PS2 console with the latest wireless controls. You feel me? I mean, I don't know. Like, GameStop, stop it. You know, stop it. Bye, Felicia, said the person who walked out of GameStop in 2024 as they realized that the world was kind of in a weird place because, you know, GameStop was still around. Somebody messed up this timeline. You're seriously, GameStop should have been gone 15 to 20 years. I don't know. I hope that you guys have a really good night, okay? Thanks for watching my channel. Stay safe out there. And for the record, between you and me, you know, your face and this face, I'll tell you that this year is going to be an interesting year for me. So I encourage all of you guys to watch. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that, you know, I'm not going to stop until I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I can be the person that I am, which is this, you know. What do I got to do to keep being myself instead of, you know, arbitrarily deciding to sell a piece of my own individuality for a hopeful job when, like, in fact that's very unlikely to even happen, seeing as though a lot of big corporations don't even give local people, you know, opportunities to run their cool little spots. I don't, you know, it's one thing, advertise local and then hire national. It never works, but whatever. I hope that you guys have a really good night. Seriously, we're going to make it to 1,000 videos. There's times in my day and there's times throughout my life, right, where I just want to give up and I'm just like, nope, not doing it. But I tell you, I persevered. And this is going to happen. This is something that no one's going to take away from me. There, 1,000 videos will be on this channel. No one's going to fire me from, you know, serious. This is like, I can't not do this, you know. It's like the least of what I can do to kind of continue and to, you know, hold any semblance of, you know, hope as it concerns my personal career and trying to make money and stuff, you know. So I hope that you guys have a really good night. Thanks again for joining me on my journey and stay safe out there. You feel me? All right. Bye.